Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Firstly, I want to say thanks to God that has given mercy and healthy so we can presentation in this nice day. The title of our presentation is Impact of Transactional Leadership and Organizational Commitment on Employer Performance with Work Motivation as a Mediation Variables. Survey on Technical Implementation Unit Employees in Kulon Progo Regency, Yogyakarta. Why did we take this title? In the pre-survey conducted several things that caused a lack of motivation to work due to the incompatibility of employees with the leadership style of the UPT head and organizational commitment in employees was not perfect. The following is data on state civil apparatus and employees at the Technical Implementation Unit UPT in Kulon Progo Regency. Based on this description, the problem can be identified as follows. What is the influence of transactional leadership on the work motivation of the technical implementing unit employees in Kulon Progo Regency? How is the influence of organizational commitment on the work motivation of the technical implementing unit employees in Kulon Progo Regency? How is the effect of transactional leadership on employee performance of technical implementation unit in Kulon Progo Regency? How is the influence of organizational commitment on employee performance of technical implementing unit in Kulon Progo Regency? How is the influence of work motivation on employee performance of technical implementing unit in Kulon Progo Regency? How is the effect of transactional leadership on performance mediated by the work motivation of the technical implementing unit employees in Kulon Progo Regency? And how is the effect of organizational commitment on performance mediated by the work motivation of the technical implementing unit employees in Kulon Progo Regency? The next reset paradigm gap. The effect of transactional leadership on work motivation, supported by Robin 2008, Bas 2006, Moheriono 2017, Indra Karis 2015. Based on the theory and the result of this study indicate that there is a relationship between leadership style and employee work motivation. Transactional and transformational leadership style can increase employee motivation. The next, effect of organizational commitment on work motivation, supported by Kuncoro 2002, Jurnali 2010, Okto Abrivianto 2014, and Camilla Ike Baduk-Dedi 2016. Based on the theory and the result of the study indicate that there is relationship between the commitment and of employer and work motivation. Strong commitment can increase employee motivation. The effect of transactional leadership on employee performance, supported by Bas 2006, Robin 2008, Ninik Rosnani 2012, Talat Islam Research 2012. Based on the theory and the result of the studies indicate that there is a relationship between transactional leadership and employee performance, with leaders applying a transactional leadership style. It can have an effect on improving employee performance. Effect of organizational commitment on employee performance, supported by Robin 2009, Arina Nurandini and Aisa Latarufa 2014, Yusak William 2015. Based on the theory and the result of the study indicate that there is a relationship between the commitment of employees and the performance of employees. Strong commitment can increase employee motivation. The influence of motivation on employee performance, supported by Robin 2009, Marwansa 2010, Mangkunegara 2014, Belly Onada 2015, Olivia Theodora 2015. Based on the theory and the result of this study indicate that there is a relationship between work motivation and employee performance. Each employee must have work motivation so that they are motivated to be able to continue to improve their performance because it is proven in previous studies that work motivation can affect performance. The effect of transactional leadership on employee performance through motivation variable, supported by Bas 2006, Marfansa 2010, Robin 2008, Taleb Islam 2012, Zikrillah Rizky Amalia et al. 2006. Based on the theory and the result of the studies indicate that there is a relationship between transactional leadership, work motivation, and performance, it is hoped that through employee work motivation, transactional leadership can more effectively improve employee performance. The influence of organizational commitment on employee performance through motivation variable, supported by Kuncoro 2002, Robin 2009, Camilla E.K. Baduk-Dedi 2016, and Edgardus M.M. Jawa 2008. Based on the theory and the result of this study indicated that there is a relationship between organizational commitment, motivation, and employee performance. With work motivation, it is hoped that organizational commitment will be even stronger in influencing employee performance. The next slide, reset method. Object of reset, the location in the study in the technical implementation unit in Kulon Progo Regency. Data source, the data source used is primary data and secondary data. Population and sample, the population in the study were 112 state civil service employees at the technical implementation unit in Kulon Progo Regency. Data analysis, the study used quantitative analysis using SAM structural equation modeling with the AMOS 22 program. Reset result. Hypothesis 1. The estimate parameter value of the standardized regression weight coefficient is 0.472 and the value of CR is 4.577. This shows that the relationship between transactional leadership and work motivation is positive. Hypothesis 2. The estimated parameter value of the standardized regression weight coefficient is 0.474 and the value of CR is 4.679. This shows that the relationship between organizational commitment and work motivation is positive. Hypothesis 3. The estimated parameter value of the standardized regression weight coefficient is 0.162 and the CR value is 2.047. This shows that the relationship of transactional leadership with positive performance. Hypothesis 4. The estimate parameter value of the standardized regression weight coefficient is 0.169 and the CR value is 2.111. This shows that the relationship between organizational commitment and performance is positive. Hypothesis 5. The estimated parameter value of the standardized regression weight coefficient is 0.593 and the value of CR is 5.556. This shows that the relationship between work motivation and performance is positive. Hypothesis 6. The influence of transactional leadership on performance is mediated by work motivation by comparing the direct effect indirect effect value. Testing the relationship between the two variables show a value of 0.173 less than 0.300. This shows that work motivation mediates transactional leadership on positive performance. And hypothesis 7. The influence between organizational commitment on performance is mediated by work motivation by comparing the direct effect and indirect effect value. Testing the relationship between the two variables show a value of 0.183 less than 0.306. This shows that work motivation mediated organizational commitment to positive performance. The next slide. Conclusion. Fourth, there is a positive influence of transactional leadership on work motivation of technical implementation unit employees in Kulon Progo Regency. It can be concluded that the better the transactional leadership is applied, the better the employees' work motivation. Second, there is a positive effect of organizational commitment on work motivation of technical implementation unit employees in Kulon Progo Regency. It can be concluded that the higher the organizational commitment posed by employees, the work motivation will also increase. Third, there is a positive effect of transactional leadership on the performance of technical implementation unit employees in Kulon Progo Regency. It can be concluded that the better the transactional leadership is applied, the better the performance. 4. There is a positive effect of organizational commitment on the performance of technical implementation unit employees in Kulon Progo Regency. It can be concluded that the higher the organizational commitment posed by employees, the performance will also increase. 5. There is a positive influence of work motivation on the performance of technical implementation unit employees in Kulon Progo Regency. It can be concluded that the higher the work motivation posed by employees, the performance will also increase. 6. Employee work motivation mediate the influence of transactional leadership on employee performance of technical implementation unit in Kulon Progo Regency. 7. Employee work motivation mediate the influence of transactional leadership on employee performance of technical implementation unit in Kulon Progo Regency. Okay, I think it's enough. Thank you very much for your attention. And I'm sorry if I have some mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.